So here is the freaking tea, sis. Dude, Supertramp, I feel like not only do we not give them enough love, but they don't get enough love in general.
That's kind of accurate because before we started the channel, I heard a lot of the big, rock, band names, but I never heard of Supertramp ever until we started it. But in the culture of classic rock, everyone seems to know about them.
Yeah.
But I agree, the respect isn't where it should be.
I feel like it didn't transcend generations well enough. Everybody I've ever seen has that's at least a little bit edgy has worn a Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin or Guns N' Roses t-shirt.
Or Jimmy,
100%. But it's this is a freaking phenomenal band.
100%.
And I don't see anybody
They're just so
with that.
consistent.
Yeah.
So consistent. I think part of it might be the unorthodox arrangement of some of the songs. I could see let's say the Logical song, for example, maybe not blending super hard for certain modern audiences or young people, maybe, but even then, I don't know. It's just so creative.
Yeah.
And just so many various elements that they bring to the table that other bands really don't. At least in terms of the combination of elements that they're able to bring in on a consistent basis.
Yeah. Can you go to their Spotify thing?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back because this is the album we just hit. So this is 77.
Mm-hmm. When was this in relation to the albums that we know?
That's what I'm trying to see.
Them? Let me see.
Discography there. I keep forgetting Crime of the Century was their first album. That's so incredible.
It's actually not. It's the third album. Yeah, we thought it was their first, and people were telling us on Patreon on that album review that they had 2 albums before this one.
Why aren't they?
I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a new lineup. I forgot the exact story, but this was their third go, and it was so funny because one of the main points when we were giving the review on the album at the end
was a first.
Yeah, it's dang, this feels so put together. This feels like a band that's been playing together for a minute.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, yeah, they have been. It's confirmed.
Okay, so Crisis, What Crisis? That's cool.
Is there any big songs on that album? Not really, but consistent.
Very consistent.
Because you see, I feel like when we look
Dude,
at albums
Sister
sometimes,
Moonshine, that sounds so cool. Dude, look, that's such a cool album cover. Crisis, What Crisis?
In terms of the color scheme, too.
Yeah, very drab.
Okay, so you have that, and then, so this is right before Breakfast in America. That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
So they went right from this into pretty much their biggest album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also iconic looking album, by the way.
Which ones haven't we seen?
We've done To Take the Long Way Home.
Yeah.
We've done the Logical song. We've done We've done Breakfast in America.
We haven't.
We haven't?
I think that's the last big song on the record that we haven't hit. I think is that one. We should probably do that at some point.
We probably should honestly just do
the whole record.
We should just do the full record
at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now go to Even in the Quiet. So what is the full title? Even in the Quietest Moment.
That's a great, album name.
Yeah.
Even in the Quietest Moments. I think the cover could be better in terms of just branding it. Getting more people to be, because I feel like if you're at a record store and you're young, a teenager,
I probably wouldn't buy that record.
Yeah, because the thing is it's about the title of the record, and they go together a little too good. It's all right, are we getting some super quiet piano songs?
Yeah,
I would getting a freaking.
I would
banger?
almost think this is a classical pianist album, which is not bad, but it's definitely what I would expect if I didn't know
it literally comes across almost like a niche subgenre of classical, but that just happens to be in the record store.
Yeah.
The only reason you would know it wouldn't be that is because Supertramp.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's they weren't. I don't know. I
just don't know their impact at the time.
Exactly. It's was Supertramp a household name to where kids who saw this, and the thing is, Supertramp isn't big on the album cover either, so. I don't know. But, apparently it didn't affect the ability of the song.
The biggest song that they have.
It didn't affect the ability for the song to blow up.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's just so cool. And just in general, like I said, their instrumentation, the way they're put together, it's just so well done, so professional. And I just wish they got more praise, I guess. Man, 2 dumb college kids just talking about what they don't know about.
I'm a graduate, but
shouldn't be going back soon.
Therefore, I do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I
have to go back as you finish. So that
we're timing it. We're definitely timing it. That way we can milk the college brand. I'm going to end this year. He's going to go in, and then once he's done, I'm going to go back for some stupid degree that I'm never going to use.
Yeah, you guys are 30. Why are you still in school?
I'm getting a doctorate.
This is my 3rd master's.
It just sucks because I feel like more people in our generation need to hear this music because it's just so positive. It just you miss out on so many good feelings and an outlet for positive emotion when you don't have this band.
Dude, you remember that one time you were literally it was the Goodbye Stranger video, which by the way I think is one of my favorite videos we've ever recorded.
Really?
And part of it is because of the emotional just interval change or shift that you had from how the song affected you. You were having a terrible day. There were a lot of negative things happening in your life at that, even at that day, that week. And then the song happened, and your entire vibe just changed, and then you're telling them, you're like, oh yeah, I was having a bad day, blah blah. And then you hear a song like this, and you're like, is it even a bad day?
Goodness gracious, was it even a bad day?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
And that's powerful, man. That's
Dude.
powerful.
Oh my
You
gosh.
said it just like that, and it's so it just the positive energy, like I felt it like from you, and it was crazy. It's just you can even like with the context of that, like watch the beginning of the video, seeing your demeanor, and then watching like the first power chord come in, and then just the progression of how your entire day changed from just hearing "Goodbye Stranger."
I remember that. I didn't remember it till now. It really is crazy because like we're people, like we have bad days. Like I think at that time I was dealing with some like family deaths and there's like a lot going on, and I do vividly remember that like coming into the recording session being like this felt like work and I didn't want to be here and I was tired, and like very rarely does that happen, but it does happen sometimes to both of us. But that was like you could see literally the video format of like the record of Supertramp changed my day. Like
It really
probably
did.
changed my week, might have changed my month.
It
So-
just, it's just it's crazy like how music can kind of just empower you to, I don't know, just have a different take on your current situation, and that's just a prime reason why Supertramp needs more respect. They really are like underrated in their own way.
I think so.
And it's like,
I wonder if it's the name. Like, does the
I don't know,
name?
that's a cool name. It's a cool name.
Hear me out. I think the name is incredible, but I think if you don't know the name, if you haven't heard any of their music, I think it's really easy to overlook it.
I definitely think so, at least in
The modern sense.
Yeah, exactly. For the younger
Yes.
generation, because no one knows what Supertramp is. But if I remember correctly, a Supertramp, everyone knew what that was back then. It was almost like a hitchhiker or like walked on foot a lot, carried things around, like almost like a traveler. So like back then, I think it was a super appropriate, like really like cool band name. But I don't know if the meaning has scaled.
I definitely did not know that was the meaning of it until now.
Yeah.
Like I knew like Tramp is somebody who gets around.
At least I think that's what it is. I might be wrong, but they'll let us know. But either way, and it's crazy because they're definitely not like officially underrated, because that song had like 250 million plays. Like they have a consistent their top 10 songs are huge.
It's
not
more
like they have like one or two.
It's more about respect from this generation. Like,
Yeah.
I really wish that more people talked about some of these cool bands that we didn't even know about until we did the channel, and until we had like 10,000 people comment and be like, "Bro, what are you doing? You need to do Supertramp."
Yeah, 'cause it's almost like the next generation, they get like the top 10 like household name bands.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Become they carry over until he's knowing the name. But anything, take the top 50 bands, of the 70s, like a super, the universe made this list. No person, it's all objective or whatever. The top 10, everyone like knows the names or whatever. But it's like the bottom 40.
They just get lost.
The names don't carry over.
They just get lost. They just get lost to time. So I don't know. It's just really cool. If you have like younger cousins or nieces, nephews, like sons, daughters who might not have heard this, like
Show them some
dudes,
Supertramp.
We're doing what we got to
Show 'em
do.
some
We're trying to show
Supertramp.
this around.
Team effort.
Team effort.
Team effort,
Team A&A
guys.
here. We got to show this
Come
music
on.
out.
Come on.
But yeah, man, cool stuff, and let us know what we need to hit next.
Peace.